Good morning, children. This is A. Manoj Kumar, working in Oxford High School, Uppugunduru. Welcome to social class. We have been discussing about the polar regions. In this session, I will explain you the people who are living in, especially in this part, Eskimos. In the previous session, what I told you, very important definition I told you regarding permafrost. Especially if you go tundra region, then you are able to observe the upper soil surface, okay na, the upper soil surface rock like state, which is called permafrost. See, due to the cold, every time cold is, that means cold wind, okay, blowing, then snow is falling in that particular region. Due to the cold, the upper soil surface of the region is rock like state all through the year, that is called permafrost. Okay, so last session, that one I explained you, very important. Once again, you remember. Okay, read this definition twice or thrice. Then Eskimos. Okay, especially the people who are living in tundra region, those people, technically those people are called as Eskimos. That is one race, Eskimo race. Where they are living, especially they are living in Arctic region. In which region they are living? Arctic region. Especially if you observe the Arctic region, what you are able to observe in that particular area, that is a treeless bed. That is a treeless bed. Totally that area covered by snow. Always the heavy winds, that means cold winds, are blowing. That's why it is not possible to grow any kind of vegetation. Previous class I told you. Okay now. So by adopting such a hard conditions, these people are existing and living in these regions. Such a hard and critical conditions they are living. Who are living? Eskimos are living. Especially how they are living in scattered manner. Okay, they are having scattered settlement. What is the meaning of scattered settlement? Suppose if you go a town, a village, side by side people are living. Okay, side by side we are observing the houses. But if you go tundra region, Arctic region, so there is no, okay, people are not living side by side. We are not able to observe the side by side houses. How they are living? Scattered settlements we are observing. Scattered means, so for example, one house, okay, so located in one area, after half kilometer, then you are able to see another house. Such a scattered settlements we can observe in which region? Arctic region. These scattered settlements we can observe where? In Greenland, Alaska and Siberia. So I will show you in the map. See, this is old map. If you see old map, this is Alaska. Okay, then Siberia located here. Okay, Alaska. Then Greenland, where it is located? Tell me. Okay, this is Alaska. This is Greenland. This is Siberia. Here we can observe which kind of groups, Eskimo groups we are observing in these places. Where? Alaska. Here Alaska is located. Here Greenland is located. Then here so Siberia is located. Here Eskimos are living in scattered settlements. Okay, I think everybody understood regarding scattered settlements. See, okay, just now I explained you. Especially scattered means isolated manner they are living. Okay, they don't have much contacts who are living in this particular area. That is called isolation. So what is the main occupation of the Eskimos? Here one point arises. Hunting and fishing is the occupation of the Eskimos. Suppose your father, what is the occupation of your father? Somebody, okay, practicing agriculture, somebody doing private jobs, somebody doing government jobs, such a way their occupations we are observing. But Eskimos occupation is entirely different. So just now I told you scattered settlements, isolated manner they are living. Then okay na. So hunting and fishing is the main activities of Eskimo groups. Here, very important point is the most commonly accepted meaning of Eskimo is snowshoe netter. Eskimo meaning is snowshoe netter. Very important. Remember, snowshoe netter. Eskimo meaning snowshoe netter. See, there are two main groups referred to as Eskimos. That means in Eskimo groups we can observe two main groups. What are they? Inuit and Yupik. What is these groups? Inuit and Yupik. Very important. Inuit, Yupik, Eskimo groups. Once again say Inuit and Yupik. These are the two main Eskimo groups existed here. Okay na? Yupik, Inuit. What are they? Yupik, Inuit. Inuit in their language means the people are originators. Inuit means the people are originators. Very important. Bits point of view. This is very important. Inuit means the people are originators. So Eskimos are descendants of Siberia. Descendants meaning what? They came from Siberia. Siberia located where? Just now I showed you. Now Siberia is a part and parcel of Russia. This is Russia. Here Siberia is located. From here they crossed Bering Strait. Here Bering Strait is located. Here. Then they crossed Bering Strait. Afterwards, they reached Alaska. Then afterwards somebody scattered this side. That means Greenland they reached. Somebody they went to far north in forest area. They settled in that particular area. Okay now. So that means here point is these Eskimo groups are descendants of Siberia. Very important. Once remember this one. They are descendants of Siberia. Now a part of Russia in northern Asia. Where it is located? Northern Asia. This is north part of Asia. Here Siberia is located. Northern Asia. Do you understand? Okay na? Northern Asia. Then, so we are speaking Telugu language in our state. They are also having their own language. Who are having their own language? Eskimos also having their own language like us. Which languages they are speaking? So they have different dialects, different languages. Dialects means accent. So for example, if you go East Godavari and West Godavari, they have different accent. If you go Karnool, Kadapa, Rayalaseema district, they have different accents. If you go Krishna district, they have different accent. If you go, then Telangana, they have different accent. Such a way, these people are having different dialects and at the same time they have different languages. Three main languages they are using. Who are using? Eskimos. Eskimos' three main languages are Aleut, Yupik, Inupiq. What are they? Aleut, Yupik, Inupiq. Once again say Aleut, Yupik, Inupiq. These are the three main languages used by the Eskimos. Aleut, Yupik, Inupiq. So most of the people are speaking Inupiq. Most of the people are speaking Inupiq, spoken from the North Alaska to Greenland. Spoken from the North Alaska. I will show you in the map. This is Alaska. This is North Alaska to Greenland. From here to here, which language they are using? Yes, they are using Inupiq. Which language? They are using Inupiq. So most speakers comes under speaking which language? Inupiq language. Here you try to differentiate the languages and groups. Eskimo groups are two. What are they? Yupik, Inuit. Yupik, Inuit. Languages: Yupik, Inupiq, Aleut. Yupik, Inupiq, Aleut. These are the three main languages used by the Eskimos. Do you understand? So first these Eskimos entered North America. First they entered North America. About how many years ago they entered North America? 5,000 years ago they entered North America. Who? Eskimos. Okay, how they entered? By crossing Bering Strait. Just now I explained you, I showed you in the map. By crossing Bering Strait, they entered North America. Then they reached Alaska. Afterwards, they reached Greenland. So today the Eskimo population is not much, but it is growing. Eskimo population is growing. Then if you go Siberia, 2000 Eskimo people are living. Then if you go Alaska, 30,000 Eskimo people are living. Canada, 22,500 Eskimo people are living. Then Greenland, 43,000 Eskimo people are living. This is the population. So population data of Eskimos. Once again, try to understand the population data of Eskimos. Siberia, how many Eskimos are living? So what is the population of Eskimo groups? 2000. Yes. In Alaska, how much population? They have 30,000. In Canada, 22,500. Then in Greenland, 43,000 population they have. This is about population of data about Eskimos. So in this session, I explained you about the groups in Eskimos, and as well as the languages spoken by the Eskimos. I explained. Now I will explain group life. Just now we discussed about different groups among the Eskimos and which languages they spoke. We discussed. Then group life, especially in very critical circumstances, critical conditions they are living. So grouping among them, coordination among them, very important in this part of the world. This part of the world in the sense Tundra region. So that Eskimos live in fairly small groups. Already I told you. Scattered settlements they have. They are living in small groups. So if you observe northern Alaska coast, 500 Eskimos people we are able to identify with northern Alaska coast. I showed you already where Alaska is located. If you see, this is Alaska, this is northern Alaska coast, 500 groups we can observe. Then in the eastern region, if you go this part of Alaska, eastern part of Alaska, then Greenland, Baffin Islands, Labrador, we can find out these places. Greenland, Baffin Islands, Labrador. Here also they are living. Who are living? Eskimos are living. Then if you go there, only 25 to 45 people are living in those areas. Where? I will show you in the map. See, you know very well regarding where Greenland is located. I showed you here Greenland is located. Alaska, north part, eastern part. Then Baffin Islands. You know very well where Baffin Islands located. Here Baffin Islands are located. This is Baffin Island. Labrador, here Labrador city is located. This is Alaska, Baffin Island, then this one Labrador. If you go these places, then 25 to 40 Eskimo people are living. That means scattered Eskimo groups are living in those regions. Understood? I think so. I showed Greenland, I showed Baffin Island, I showed Labrador. 25 to 45 people they are living. Then eastern groups in the sense, so Greenland, Baffin Island, Labrador, which Eskimo groups are living. Eastern groups move one place to another place. Every year they are moving one place to another place. That means throughout the year they are moving one place to another place. For hunting purpose, for catching fish purpose, they are moving one place to another place. Who? Especially eastern region people. So especially in the winter time, they spend near the sea coast hunting seals and fishing. In the winter time, where they are spending near the sea coast, they are spending and hunting the seal and fishing. In summer, they move inland to hunt caribou and gather berries. In summer, so they are going inland areas. Inland means middle of the land. That is called inland. They are going to inland areas and they are hunting the caribous. In your textbook, caribou animal given. It is look like deer like that image given. Okay, see caribou. They are hunting caribous and they are picking up berries. Okay, then we can find the berries in these regions. So sometimes they cover a circuit of more than 1100 kilometers. That means they travel nearly 1100 kilometers. Who, especially these eastern region people. Just now I told you they are moving from one place to another place, eastern region people. In winter they are living near to the sea coast. So they are hunting seals and fishes. In summer they are going to inland areas. They are hunting the caribous and picking up the berries. Then sometimes they cover a circuit more than 1100 kilometers. Then they cross snow and ice on sledges. You know very well. So this term is very very important. Okay, how they are going, how they are crossing these snow and ice. Tell me, by using the sledges. If we wanted to travel one place to another place, we are using the buses or else trains. What they are using? Yes, they are using the sledges. For them it is not possible to go on bus, go on van. So by using the sledges, so these sledges generally pulled by the dogs. By using that cart, they are moving one place to another place. Okay, sometimes they are traveling on open boats. Then these open boats are called as mayaks. Very very important. They travel on water sometimes in open boats. How they are traveling? In open boats they are traveling. So these open boats are called as mayaks. Open boats are called as mayaks. Very very important. Okay now. So already regarding their languages I told you. Yupik, Inupic, Aluit. These are the languages they have. Groups. Inuit, Yupik. These are the groups. Then here Umayaks. Open boat is called Umayaks. Very 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 important. So just now I told you close cooperation is very important to survive in such a hard conditions. Especially they wanted to hunt seals. 10 to 12 members help is required. Okay na? So by using these 10 members or 12 members cooperation, they are hunting the seals. Okay na? Seals, walrus, these are all we can see in especially in tundra regions. Such a way they are hunting. If they wanted to hunt caribous, nearly 100 people to 150 people, they are hunting the caribous. Okay, such a life they are leading, coordinated life they are leading in tundra region. Okay na? Do you understand about this one? Okay na? So up to now what we discussed, initially I explained you about permafrost. After that groups I explained you, groups especially Eskimos. Okay, Eskimos are living in tundra region. What is the groups they have? What is the main groups in Eskimos? That one we discussed. What is the main languages? We discussed. 3 main languages we discussed. After that, so group life of Eskimos we discussed just now. Okay, now I am closing this session with this group life. Okay, thank you very much.